Summit Credit Union makes it convenient to take care of your personal finances wherever you go. Stop in and say hello. We're ready to help you open an account, apply for loans and mortgages, discuss solutions for your small business, and more.
Since 1983, Allard Excavation has served the local community and tri-state area. Mark, Margaret, and Michael have grown from a residential excavating business into a heavy highway construction company. The South Webster connection runs deep as Allard Excavation became a commercial company when it broke ground on the new high school. Most recently, the company is overseeing the construction of the Bloom Athletic Facility. The Allards wish South Webster good luck this year, and go Jeeps.
Haynes Chevrolet is your trusted Chevy dealership in South Webster and the reason why our local customers keep coming back. From the time you enter our showroom when you service with us, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. These guys are good.
Jeep fans, we welcome you here to Pearson Palace for tonight's contest. It's a Saturday night here in Pearson Palace as the Eastern-Brown Warriors make the hour and 20-minute trip down south to South Webster to take on the Jeeps. I am Malachi Roselle. To my left, my partner in crime, Garrett Bennett. Sorry we're a little bit late for introductions. We got a little bit held up because of this triple header. Garrett, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Just got done commentating the high school girls game. They came out on top. It was a pretty ferocious game, I will say.
Ferocious?
As the fourth quarter especially, it was a really, really good fourth quarter. But I'm really looking forward to this game. I don't really know much about Eastern. I haven't really watched that many JV games, I will say. I usually just watch Varsity. But I do know our JV squad. It's pretty solid this year. But I'm really looking forward to this game.
As here we go, it looks like the referee is ready to up and tip the ball, as it looks like has his hand behind his back and he's just awaiting. All right, and here we go. It is going to be the Eastern-Brown Warriors against the South Webster Jeeps here in this JV contest, and it will be Litzinger bringing up the ball. He'll hand it off to his main man, Dalton Day. Day looks around, off a bounce pass. It'll now go over to Fobar. In the corner now, inside feet. Up and no good. It's going to be a rebound by Kreischer, but the ball is on the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it'll go to the Jeeps' way. Pierce Kreischer will inbound the ball here to Caden Perkins. Perkins will bring it up a little bit slowly, but some early pressure from Dalton Day. Perkins looking around, gives it to the left side over to Kreischer. Now it's in the corner to Fro. He jab steps, takes it up. No good. Rebound by Fro. Now in the corner, looks like the Eastern-Brown Warriors have gone zone, and they get the steal. It is going to be Jace Jennings who gives it up. Dalton Day now down the court. He'll try and lift it up and in. Dalton Day strikes first for the Eastern Warriors.
Kreischer bringing down the ball for the Jeeps. Looking for something. He's going to give it to Perkins. Perkins. He's going to give it over to Fro in the corner. Fro and inside feed to Burton. Burton's going to put it up. It'll be off. A little short there as Day bringing down the ball for Eastern. Day going to kick it out to Litzinger. Litzinger to Florence. Florence for three. No good. A little short. Rebound by Kreischer. Kreischer almost getting stolen there by Florence. Perkins with the ball. Perkins in the corners. Mid-range. No good. A little long. Rebounded by Fro. And that will be off. Out of bounds on Fro. Thrown in the ball will be Day. Day is going to give it to Jennings. Back to Day. Day bringing down the ball. Day to Jennings. Jennings to Day. Day is going to put it in the corner to Florence. Trying to get it into Fobar, but it will be off the hands of Fobar. Is it Fobar or Fober?
I think it's Fobar.
Okay, I'm not.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, bringing down the ball is Kreischer. Kreischer being pressured. Give it to Perkins. Perkins to Fro. Fro drive in, put it up, be no good. Burton trying to get the rebound, but he will not. Day bringing down the ball. Day drive in, kick it out to Florence. Florence, kick it out to Day. Day for three. Will be good. Eastern starting off the game hot. Perkins bringing down the ball. Taking it slow. Trying to find someone. He's going to give it to Kreischer. Kreischer's going to give it back to Perkins. Perkins to Fro. Fro for three. Will be no good. In and out. As Perkins will come up with the rebound out to Kreischer. Kreischer thinking about the shot, will not take it. He will give it out to Perkins. Perkins looking for something here. He's going to give it to Fro on the cut. Fro will lose it. Florence and Fro fighting for the ball. That will be jump ball. And that will go Eastern way. Coming into the game is number 23, Fobar. Fobar and Fobar subbing out for each other.
I wonder if they're brothers or cousins.
I don't know. I saw that when I was writing down the roster.
As now it's in the corner. It'll be Day. Giving it out to the left side. Litzinger will give it over to his main man, Jace Jennings, who lets it get in for three. And the Eastern Warriors are up 7-0. Now it's Perkins giving it over to Fro off the handoff. Here comes Perkins. Perkins looks around for a man. Now it's going to be Kreischer on the left wing. Kreischer looks around. Physical defense here from Litzinger. Now it's going to be Wisman trying to take it up and in. He'll hand it off to Fro, and that one is turned over. Now down the floor, it's Day. Day on the crossover, gets by Burton, puts it up. Off the backboard, no good. It'll be deflected off the hands of Fro and an Eastern-Brown Warrior, but it's going to stay with the Warriors here. Coming into the ballgame for the first time, the sixth-man Jace White, as he will take place for Caden Wisman. Now it'll be Jennings. Looking on the inside, it's a bounce pass to Day. Day over Jace White, no good. Corey Burton bounces it off the top of the rim, and now he's getting double teamed. And it looks like we have a jump ball. It is gonna go South Webster's way. It looks like the Eastern Warriors will come out in a two-man full court press. Kreischer being heavily pressured this time by Florence. Now it's inside, Fro, spin move. Gives it over to Kreischer. In the corner now to Burton. Back up top, it's Kreischer trying to get by Jennings. He's just gonna chuck it up, and it's good. Pierce Kreischer with the softball type of throw to get it up and in. Now to be Day, looking around. Crossover, doesn't work out, and they are gonna call it a backcourt violation on Dalton Day before the steal by Jaheim Fro. A nice defensive stand there from the Jeeps, and they will take over. Coming into the ball game now. And it looks like it'll be number 13, Colston Schweitzer. Now it'll be Kreischer going up against this very heavy pressure from Jennings. He'll hand it off to Burton, but he loses control of the basketball. He is being absolutely destroyed by that pressure. Now it's going to be Kreischer looking around, searching. He chucks it up, gives it over to White at the top of the key. White looks for a guard, hands it off to the main man, Perkins. Now off the screen, Burton in the corner. Now it's Kreischer, gets by his man, trying to get a bucket. No good. Rebound by Burton. The big fundamental with the scoop up. The 6'4" sophomore laces it up and in, and it's a three-point ball game as we near the end of the first. Now it's going to be Day. Gives it over. No good, as that'll be lifted up and away, and it looks like the referee's going to call that it hit the top of the backboard. I don't think it did it?
I don't think it did either.
I don't know. But it'll be South Webster basketball regardless after that three ball from Florence. The Jeeps doing a little bit better against this man-to-man pressure as Perkins is going to well and fly for three, and it's good! Caden Perkins from the arc for the tray. Now heavy pressure by Fro. Here comes Day. Ball is picked away, and it's going to go Jeeps' way. A 7-0 run for South Webster. And they could cap it off right here with a very nice end to the first quarter, hopefully. Kreischer being pressured by Jennings. Coach Jimmy Pearson telling him to wait for that one shot. You got to wait for the one perfect shot here. Perkins turns it over down low. Florence will take over. Florence looks around, crossover, off the screen. Here's Florence for three. No good. Rebounded by Pierce Kreischer. 3 seconds remaining. Perkins is going to have to chuck one up. We've seen it before. Oh, so close. And at the end of one, it is 7-7. We are knotted up between the Warriors and the Jeeps. And just like how this varsity game is supposed to be, very good 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say. I mean, I would say starting off first quarter, we were not very hot. We were lacking on defense, lacking on offense. But we're stepping it up as we got 7 points in about a minute of playing time, I think, give or take. But we're starting off solid, 7-7. No fouls, no nothing really yet. But I'm really looking forward to the rest of this game.
Yeah, this is very impressive. That was a very impressive run right there in the last minute 30 from our Jeeps. You know, you're either under pressure or you're applying it, and we were under pressure for the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and then that last minute 30, it was perfect. That's how you play basketball. You come out here and you punch them in the mouth at the end of that first quarter, and you give yourself something to work with. So I really like how that went. As it looks like it'll be Jace Jennings inbounding the basketball here. It'll be Colston Schweitzer who will bring it up. And that inside pass by Schweitzer is going to be stolen away by Kreischer. Kreischer down the floor. And here comes Eastern-Brown into that zone once again. Now it's going to be Allard. Looking around. Gives it out to White. White looking around. Inside feed to Fro. Fro wanted the pull up, and he chucks it over the head of Jace White, and it's going to be a costly turnover there by the Jeeps. And now it'll be Will Litzinger coming into the ball game, and Dalton Day will take a seat. Litzinger will inbound the basketball here to Schweitzer. And the Jeeps are in this 1-3-1 defense that they've come to love. Looking around, Schweitzer gives it up. Now it's going to be Florence. Gives it down to Fobar. Fobar's pass almost intercepted, and it's going to be up and in for the and one by Litzinger. A very nice bucket there by the sophomore. Lifts it up and in. Fights through the contact for two. Now he has a chance to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. Litzinger's first. No good. And now it'll be rebounded by Perkins. Being heavily pressured this time by Litzinger. Coming off that and one. Now it's Kreischer at the top of the key. Being guarded by Fobar. He'll fake his handoff. Looks around. Backdoor cut. Caden Wisman will draw the foul. Wisman will now go to the line shooting two, heavily looking to tie this ball game up. Wisman's first. No good. Wisman's second connects. He splits a pair from the stripe, and now coming down the floor, here is Schweitzer. Now in the corner, down low, it's Florence, and he will throw the basketball at Ed Literal. Our very beloved photographer, Ed Literal, almost got a basketball to his camera. But now it'll be Pierce Kreischer inbounding the basketball to Caden Perkins. Perkins is looking around, searching. Gives it to the right side, over to Kreischer. Kreischer hands it off to Allard. Allard being heavily pressured, almost triple teamed right there. Now it's Kreischer trying to get through contact. Chucks it up, no good on the end one opportunity, but he will shoot two from the stripe.
Foul on Florence, his first, team second. Here's Kreischer at the line to shoot two for the Jeeps.
Kreischer will now shoot two from the stripe. The freshman has gotten a little bit of varsity action this season. He's done a very good job in his time. Role has been to not turn over the ball and play some defense, and he's done exactly that when it's been asked of him. As Fobar will take a seat, Dalton Day comes back into the ballgame. Kreischer's second misses, rebounded by Perkins. But the ball is stolen away, and now down the floor. Here comes Jennings. Jennings being heavily pressured, and that is going to be a foul on Shen Yu Lee. Excuse me, never mind. It's going to be on Caden Perkins. Jaheim Fro and Corey Burton enter their way into the ball game. Taking a seat, the mini magician Griffin Allard and the Taiwan City legend Shen Yu Lee. We go into the front court now of Litzinger. Day gives it back over to Schweitzer. Looking around, back to Schweitzer. Now it's Day, trying to figure out this 1-3-1 that the Jeeps have come to love. And that'll be a kickball violation on Perkins. As it looks like they switched the 1-3-1 from Jaheim Fro being on the wings to Caden Perkins being on the wings, Garrett.
Yeah. As Day with the ball, it's going to kick it out to Jennings. Jennings going to put it up. No good.
Jennings will shoot two from the charity stripe here. with about just under 4 minutes left here in half number one. Low scoring, but a very good one at that. Not a lot of shots being taken. But the first shot right there by Jennings, he laces it. Second and final shot from Jennings. Sinks it. And now here's Kreischer. Gets past the pressure. Looking around, searching. Finds Burton in the corner. Gives it out to Perkins, and another costly turnover by the Jeeps. Now down the floor. Long range three from Florence. He got it. Corbin Florence leans into it a little bit and gets this team up by 5. Now it's going to be Kreischer looking around. Trying to get through men. Searching around. Burton gives it up top to a guard and Caden Perkins. Flashes down. Jaheim Froh loses the basketball. Now it's Caden Perkins. Gives it over this time to Westman. He jab steps. Looks around searching. Gives it up to Kreischer. Now it's Froh. He'll fake his three. Ends up taking it in, and he will draw the foul. Jaheim Froh will go to the line to shoot 2.
That'll send Jaheim Froh to the line to shoot 2 for the Jeeps.
Froh's second shot, first, up and good. As it looks like Jace White will check into the game for Pierce Kreischer with just above 3 minutes left here in the half. Up and good. Jaheim Froh makes a profit from the stripe. Now it's Day. In the corner now. Jennings, no good. Rebounded by Florence. Florence loses the basketball. Perkins heavily pressuring him. He gets away. Now it's going to be Day. Inside feed. Looking around, searching. Stolen away by Froh. But it looks like they're going to call a foul on Jaheim Froh. Whoa, and looks like they're going to call a foul on Sensi. Looks like the referee saw that Jaheim Froh was falling to the ground because of Sensi. Interesting. Now it's Caden Perkins giving it out to the right side. It's White. White looks around. Off the screen, Froh looking to create a shot. Inside, nice cut by Perkins. He'll lace it up and in. Very nice job by the Jeeps. Now off the bounce pass. Here comes Schweitzer. Schweitzer over to Day. Now down low. Jennings is rejected by Burton. Now it's Froh on the fast break. Looks around for options. And looks like he's going to reset the offense. Day keeping the pace with Froh. Timeout called by Coach Pearson. Garrett, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, I don't even know for real. I'm not really paying attention, I'll be honest. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So far, Jeeps are doing a pretty good job at, defensive-wise, they're doing a good job at stopping inside buckets.
Pierce Kreischer will inbound the basketball here to, it looks like, Jace White. But it looks like it was a play set up by Coach Pearson to make sure they get the ball. Now it is going to be Kreischer on the right wing. He jab steps, looks around for an option. Handoff to Perkins. Perkins will not use a screen. It's a one-on-one with Day. Perkins blazes by him, puts it up, rejected, but there is a foul. Well, I want to look at an instant replay right there. Yeah, that is all ball, but Perkins will go to the line and shoot 2.
Team fifth. Caden Perkins at the line for the Jeeps to shoot 2.
Perkins first. No good.
Litzinger and Henry Fobar enters the game for Eastern.
Fobar and Litzinger enter the ball game for the Warriors. As Dalton Day and the crew will take a seat. Caden Perkins goes 0 for 2 from the line, but he grabs his own rebound. Perkins chucks it up to Jace White. Now it's going to be Kreischer. He's looking around for a man. Kreischer looks around, looking for options, trying to get a bucket. Spin move, no good, and it looks like there's going to be a foul on Corbin Florence, the freshman. Florence has gotten a decent amount of varsity time this year, and he's done a very good job when on the floor. That is going to be Florence's second, and you can only assume that Dalton Day is going to come in for him. Florence not happy with that call, but Kreischer will sink his first. He'll take a seat. Day comes into the ball game. Kreischer laces it in for 2 for 2. And now down the floor. Here is Schweitzer. Schweitzer looks around. Day will get the pass right off of it. Now on the inside. Dalton Day chucks it at the rim. Trying to look for a pass there, and Kreischer will take advantage, but he will not get the ball. Now it's going to be Fobar giving it down to Day. Here is Jennings. No good in transition. Some messy basketball at the end of this first half. And now it looks like there's going to be a foul down low. On Jace White, correct, all right. Now it is going to be Day conducting the inbounds play. Chucks it up to Jennings. Jennings now looks around off the screen. Here is Day, bounce pass in the corner. Jennings doesn't take it, and down low, it is gonna be a charge. Jace White, who else would it be? Foul will be on Jace Jennings. Leaned in him a little bit right there, and White gets gritty for the Jeeps. Now it is going to be Perkins bringing it up. Heavily pressured by Day. Gives it over now to White. Cutting. Now it's back over to Perkins. Around 30 seconds and counting left here in half number 1 of this junior varsity contest. Looking around, Kreischer trying to create a bucket. Fro will now jab step. He will try and lace one up. No good. Rebounded by Day. Day looks around. Pressing down the floor. Intercepted by Burton. Down the floor is Fro. He's got one man to beat. No good. Caden Perkins flies down. Also no good. Rebound Caden Perkins. Caden Perkins looking around for his man. It's going to be White for one final shot for 3. Oh my goodness gracious.
Halftime score, Southwestern 15, Eastern Warriors 14.
A rough shot there by White, who is not exactly known for his three-point shooting expertise, but right there, I think that all came down to that play by Caden Perkins when he had Pierce Kreischer wide open and he didn't take the shot. He didn't give it off to him. But, all right, I know that's all right. But Garrett, what are your thoughts?
All right, I'm locked in. So far, I feel like Jeeps are doing pretty solid on defense. Offense-wise, I feel like we haven't really put up many shots so far. We've done a good job at putting up shots, though. Good shots. We are missing some open layups, I will say. But Eastern, on the other hand, they're doing also a solid job on defense. Also a solid job on offense. This is a very low-scoring game because of those two decent defensive factors so far. But so far, it's all around a solid game.
Yeah, I think this is one of those games where it's just hard to get a shot off. You're in these zone defenses that are high motor all the time. You're giving all your effort on defense, and then on the offensive side, it's kind of like you're out of it. So that really does make sense to me about how low scoring this is, because both of these teams are playing a very excessive and wide zone, which causes a lot of energy. So That definitely makes sense to me, which explains the low-scoring game. Teams that play these 1-3-1s, these very wide 2-3s, or these 1-2-2s, it's low scoring, and this is no different.
Yes, I completely agree. I've noticed that the Jeeps, they're doing a really good job on that 1-3-1 they're running. Like you said, I guess they've known to love it. I haven't really watched many JV games, but I'm just going to go off what you said. And I believe you so far.
Yeah, I would consider myself a pretty reliable source.
Right now, I'm just going to go with the flow and believe you, I guess.
Sounds good, man. All right, well, we're going to take our commercials to halftime, and we will be right back with you for the second half of JV varsity action. As our cheer clinic is going on the floor, we got a packed house here tonight. You love to see what the cheer program's doing. Very nice. But we are going to take it to commercial, and we'll be back with you for the second half of our junior varsity basketball game. You're watching Ohio High School basketball here on the Jeep Sports Network.
Kinker's Auto Parts, established in 1995 as a small business, we've grown ever since into one of Southern Ohio's largest salvage yards, specializing in foreign and domestic parts. We have a large selection of new, used, and aftermarket parts. We also have a full-service body shop with 16 bays, frame straightening, alignment, and paint shop. We ship to any part of the United States and have a standard 30-day warranty.
D.W. Swick Funeral Homes have been honoring lifetimes for more than 25 years. With 4 locations in the Scioto County area, Wheelersburg, New Boston, Sciotaville, and right here in South Webster, D.W. Swick will be here in your time of need. Dee and Maria want to wish all of the athletes on the court good luck in today's contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here at the Pearson Palace for what should be an exciting second half of junior varsity basketball. I'm Malachi Roselle. Along to my left, it's Garrett Bennett. Here we are. Half number 2 is about to get underway. As it'll be Caden Perkins inbounding the basketball here to Pierce Kreischer. And off the screen, here it is, a pick and roll to Fro. Fro's shot, no good. Rebounded by Caden Perkins, it looks like, with the jump ball, but it's gonna go Eastern-Brown's way. Now taking it down the floor. It'll be Jace Jennings. Jennings looks around. The Jeep staying in the nastiest 1-3-1 that you can ever see from a JV team. As that one almost stolen away by Kreischer. Jennings loses the basketball. Now it's Fobar. Intercepted by Fro. Fro down the floor. He's got 2 men to beat. Laces it up. Puts it up and in and count the basket. Jaheim Fro. Another and one for him. He's had 2 and 1s in 2 days. Oh my goodness, Jaheim Fro. And he will look to finish off the old-fashioned 3-pointer. Fro's first and final shot. No good. Rebounded by Litzinger. Down to Jennings, being heavily pressured here by Fro. Now they'll give it off to Day. Back in the 1-3-1. Jennings in the corner, looking for Florence. He's being heavily pressured. Now it's back out. Jennings long-range 3. He got it. Jace Jennings leans in the one.
It will be Perkins bringing down the ball for the Jeeps. Going to kick it out to Kreischer. Kreischer looking for something. Taking it slow.
Looks like they're in a 2-3 to start things out.
So we'll give it off to Fro. Fro back to Kreischer. Kreischer to Wisman in the corner. Wisman, nice cut there from Perkins. Trying to get Perkins. Be stolen by Jennings. Jennings to Florence. Florence trying to get it to Litzinger, but it will be stolen by Perkins.
Very nice defense there by the Jeeps, recovering after that turnover. Now it's going to be Fro. Off the bounce pass. Inside to Kreischer. Kreischer gets shoved, but Wisman says nothing. Never mind. Now it's back out. Perkins for 3. No good. Nice box out there by Jennings. Now it's going to be Jennings taking it on the inside. Back out. Day loses the basketball. Gives it down low. Another turnover produced by the Chiefs, but never mind, another turnover. Day inside. Blocked by Burton, but they're going to call a foul. Let's get a replay on that. Corey Burton with a nice block right there, but it turns into 2 shots for the Warriors. First shot, no good by Litzinger. Litzinger's second shot is pending. And it's up and good. Eastern has the lead. Now it's going to be Kreischer looking around, searching for a man. Now it's Perkins.
Perkins to Wisman. Wisman to Kreischer. Kreischer can get back to Wisman. Wisman. Kick it out to Fro. Fro top of the key. Volleyball line. Looking for someone. He's going to give it to Wisman. Wisman. Kick it over to Perkins. Perkins to Fro. Fro mid-range. No good. And they will call a foul. Fro will go to the charity strip to shoot 2. Fro, first shot. It is up. And it is good. Bobble around the rim a little bit.
Jaheim Fro has been playing very well. He's got 5 points on the night. You know, the Jeep scoring has been very evenly distributed. Second shot by Fro is up and good. And now it's going to be almost turned over again by Jennings. As the ball goes into the hallway, it'll be back to Eastern. Here's Jennings now. Gets it in the corner. Florence, long range, three, got it! Corbin Florence, catch and shoot. Now it's going to be Perkins bringing it down the floor. Inside feed intercepted by Fobar. Fobar off the bounce pass. It's Florence again. Looks around for a man, gives it off to Day. Back in the 1-3-1 are the Jeeps. A long range three from Florence. This guy is hot. Corbin Florence leans into it again. He is killing the Jeeps from three. He's got 9 on the night, and they're all 3 shots from 3. Fro looking around off the bounce pass. Perkins now. Searching for an option at the top of the key. Now it's going to be in the corner to Wisman. He connects. Caden Wisman gets himself one of his own. Now it's going to be Jennings, gives it over to Day. Here come the Jeeps in that 1-3-1. Jennings in the corner to Fobar. Deflected off Wisman. Inside feed. Litzinger out to Florence. He's burning hot. Corbin Florence leans into it. He has made 3 threes in a row. Now it's going to be Perkins. Looks around, gives it over to Fro. Bounce pass. Kreischer gives it over to Wisman. Wisman trying to figure out the 2-3. Here is Day. Great defense by the Warriors. Now it's inside. Kreischer chucks it out. Fro long range 3. No good. And that is going to be Corey Burton who crosses the timeline. And it's going to be Warrior basketball. That was one of the most exciting stretches of offense I've seen in a JV basketball game in a while. Wow. 3 threes by Corbin Florence. And then Caden Wisman comes down and leans into it, one of his own. But this 2-3 is really giving us trouble, Garrett, because in the 2-3 zone, obviously, you're going to have to shoot your way out of it. It's because it's to prevent that inside basket from being shot. And they've done a really good job at keeping it that way. Now it's Jennings, gives it over to Florence. No good, his hot streak is over. And now it's going to be off the hands of Jennings. It'll be Warrior basketball. Corbin Florence had to have a heat check right there. Sometimes you got to chuck it up like an advisory basketball, Garrett. Ain't that right?
Yeah, that was something. That was really interesting to watch. I've never seen that in a JV game, I don't think.
The kid can shoot.
As it will be Kreischer with the ball at the top of the key. It's going to kick it to Wisman in the corner, and it will not get there. It will be Warriors basketball. You know, Malachi, I just want to point this out. I thought we were playing against the Eastern Eagles, not the Warriors, whenever I came up here.
But now that you realize we're playing the red team.
Yeah, I was so confused.
Well, you know, the Jeeps are not really exactly familiar to the Eastern Warriors. This is the first time in these programs' history that they've ever played each other.
Oh,
so first time for everything. Perkins now, down low, gets it to go. A very nice bucket right as the timer hits right under the seconds of this third quarter. Now it is going to be Jennings looking around, being heavily pressured by Perkins. Day gives it over to Fobar. Now it's back over to Day. Jennings almost bobbles the pass. Now it's back up top. Eastern taking their time. Jennings thought about a shot, doesn't take it. Long range 3 from Day. No good. Nice box out there by Griffin Allard. Now it's going to be Kreischer. Gives it off. White gives it back to Kreischer. And here comes the one-shot offense that the Pearson family and the South Webster Jeeps love to run. 10 seconds remaining. Kreischer calling his stop. Gives it in the corner. Perkins is going to be fouled. It'll be Kobe Doss who is the culprit. Now on the out-of-bounds play. 2 seconds left. Kreischer, he's got to look for someone. And after the out-of-bounds play, off the hands of Fobar, 1.7 seconds left for the Jeeps here. Kreischer looks around, chucks it up to Fro. He's got time, and he shakes it wide right. Back-to-back rough three-point shots to end the quarters for the Jeeps. Now, as it is 27-24 with Eastern on top. Garrett, thoughts?
So far, third quarter, we were stepping up a little bit. I feel like it was getting a little bit more intense. We're making more shots. Both teams are. Eastern's 2-3. It's giving us what we don't want, I guess. I don't know. I can't really say the words. But so far, defensive-wise, 1-3-1 for Jeeps is working out pretty well. 2-3s working out good for Eastern. Both teams making good amount of points. I want to point out, well, who was it? Florence. That was a hot streak from him. He went 3 for 3 there for a second. But so far so good, I guess.
Corbin Florence with 9 points in the span of 30 seconds.
that was insane.
That was insane. Corbin Florence, I mean, when I look at the stats on his varsity, I mean, he doesn't really shoot the ball a lot, but, you know, he when he gets in, he does his job and he doesn't turn the ball over. But when he's on the JV floor, he's the guy when it comes to shooting three-pointers. He's the leading scorer on the night out of everybody on the floor. I don't think he shot a 2-point shot. I think he's just shot threes.
I see that one he chucked up in the corner.
Yeah, he shot it from Yucatan.
Whereas Andrew Campbell would say Kinker's Corner Store.
Yeah, he does say Kinker's Corner Store. I miss Andrew, man, but he has to go be a good man and fight fires. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Definitely cannot take that for granted. Got to thank all the emergency services out there, and love to see that Andrew's a part of it. Jaheim Fro looking around, and that ball picked away by Day. It'll stay with the Jeeps. Now it's going to be Fro inbounding the basketball here. It looks like the Warriors, they like what they see in that 2-3 defense. They're going to stay in it. Stolen away by Day off that pass from Allard. Down the floor, here is Day. Gives it inside. Stolen away by Allard and recovered by Fro. Now it's going to be Perkins. Perkins Euro step. That was awesome. Caden Perkins with the Euro. Tipped up and away. The Jeeps get a steal. Here come the Jeeps. The ball goes between everyone's hands. The ball is on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to go the Eastern Warriors' way. The Warriors catch a break right there, and they'll get a chance to slow down. Allard will take a seat, and so will Jace White.
Bringing down the ball is Schweitzer. He's going to kick it off to Jennings. Jennings to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Fobar. Back to Schweitzer. Fro putting on that pressure, but Fobar with the ball. Jennings. Florence. Jennings thinking about the shot. Going to drive in, kick it out to Fobar. Fobar to Schweitzer. Schweitzer for 3. Be no good. Rebounded by Burton. That'll be a foul on Jennings.
It'll be Caden Perkins receiving the inbound here from Kreischer. And he'll give it right back to him. And then he'll give it right. What in the world was that? What's the point of that? And now it's going to be Perkins giving it over to Kreischer. Kreischer in the corner. Gives it up to Perkins. Now down low. Kreischer loses the basketball. He'll stay with the Jeeps. Now it's going to be Kreischer up top. Now it's going to be Perkins. Perkins will give it off to Kreischer now. Kreischer's trying to figure out this 2-3 zone that Eastern has played very well since the start of that third quarter. Now inside, Fro mid-range, no good. Rebound by Schweitzer. Schweitzer looking around. Gives it off this time to Jennings. Jennings fakes his pass. Bounces it over to Schweitzer. Florence thinks about it. He'll take it in. Makes Wisman miss. Oh my goodness, Corbin Florence showing the shiftiness. Now it is going to be Perkins. Gives it over to Kreischer. Kreischer now back over to him. And hang on, looks like we got a timeout by Coach Pearson. And it's a 3-point lead for the Warriors. Garrett, what are your thoughts?
So far, that 2-3, Eastern, it's just giving the Jeeps what they don't want. But that 2-3 is really putting the work in on the Jeeps right now. They're really struggling to get to the basket. And when they do get to the basket, they put it up, and it just doesn't seem to go how they want it to go. Defensive-wise for the Jeeps, they're doing another solid job. They've only allowed about 4 points? 4 points this quarter so far. Jeeps also 4 points, but so far, both teams are doing pretty solid. Offensive-wise, both teams are not really getting many shots to go this quarter. Last quarter of the game, they want shots to go. So it's looking like a good game.
I feel like this is really going to come down to the wire, Garrett. You know, you got a team that's playing a really good 2-3 zone, and you got a team that's playing a really good 1-3-1 zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to remain seated following the junior varsity contest for a special presentation.
Coach Chad Benner leaving everyone in suspension, saying that we're going to have a little ceremony. I believe, if I had to guess, it's going to be for head coach Norm Pearson for becoming second all-time in wins on the OHSA boys basketball list. I definitely did not get told that earlier today.
I did not either.
I did get told that. I'm just joking. But anyways, here is Wisman looking around for an option. He'll give it off to his main man, Kreischer. Kreischer still trying to figure out this wide 2-3. When you got a bunch of athletic kids like Eastern does, it is so easy to come in here and conduct a 2-3 when you know what you're doing. And you can tell these kids are well coached and they know what they're doing. As Fro looking around for a man, he is getting mugged down there, and they're going to call it travel. Well, look at the replay right there. Fro did walk at the same time as he was being shoved, so that's a 50-50 call. Looking around now. Here is Schweitzer. Schweitzer, inside feed, back over to Fobar. Fobar literally chucks a fireball at the hands of Schweitzer. Now it's going to be Fro. He'll put it up and in. Jaheim Fro gets his get back, and it's 28-29 in advantage of the Warriors. Fro staying lively at the top of the 1-3-1. Inside feed, back out, Schweitzer. Now it's going to be to Jennings, long range three, no good. Rebounded by Burton. Now up the court, here comes Kreischer. The Warriors get back in the 2-3. Looking for a man. 2 minutes left here in quarter number 4. Kreischer looks around, trying to give them the lead. Here is Perkins on the inside. He'll let it fly. Misses it. Now it's going to be Fro. He misses it. No foul called. Rebound Fobar. Now it's going to be Jennings. He will look around, but a timeout will be called by Eastern's coach. Looks like we got a full timeout. Garrett, this is really going to come down to the wire. Talk about it.
It's so far with the minute that's passed, it's getting pretty intense out here, I feel like. Fro getting that fast break layup. It's getting pretty good. That 2-3, we're really struggling to get around it. But it's pretty rough right now, I feel like. We haven't really scored many points this quarter, but it's gonna, like you said, it's just gonna come down to the wire. That's all I gotta say. I really don't know what to say.
You know, both teams are playing really well on defense. I mean, that's all it's come down to, honestly. It's just both teams playing really good defense. As the timeout horn rings, both teams come out and ready to go. We got just under 2 minutes left here in this junior varsity basketball game before the big dogs come out to play in a top 20 matchup across all divisions. Number 18 team in the state in South Webster in Division 7 against the number 15 team in Division 5 here. So it should be a good one. Looking around off the bounce pass, Schweitzer gives it over to Jennings. Jennings searching. Gives it to Florence in the corner. Back over this time to Schweitzer. The Jeeps playing everywhere. Now it's going to be inside. Here is Schweitzer. He gets it to go. Excuse me, it's going to be Jennings on that bucket. Now it's going to be Kreischer. Gives it off to Perkins. Now it's going to be on the left side. Perkins now. It'll be deflected off of Lidzinger. It'll remain Southwestern basketball. Looking around for a man. Here is Kreischer. He's going to chuck it up for Burton. Gives it over to Perkins now. In the corner. Wisman thought about it, doesn't take it. And it is going to stay with the Warriors. Excuse me, with the Jeeps. Now it's going to be Kreischer. Looking around, searching. Ball is on the floor. It'll be a jump ball. It's going to stay with the Jeeps. Now to be Kreischer, giving it off to Wisman. Wisman looking around, searching for a man. Gives it over to Perkins. Perkins on the inside. Here is Kreischer. He will be fouled. He will shoot 2 from the stripe with about a minute left. Big time shots here for the freshman. First shot from Kreischer. Laces it. This is a big shot right here. If he makes this, any shot that they would make if they get a stop would give them the lead. But he rims it out, and that is gonna stay with the Jeeps off the missed free throw. Will Lidzinger gets the ball deflected out of his hands, and then it goes off his body. Wow. And the Jeeps will have a chance to tie it or take the lead with a minute left. Here is Wisman looking around. Heavily pressured, gives it off to Kreischer. The Jeeps might take this down to one final shot. Kreischer looking around for a man. The Warriors stay in the 2-3. 40 seconds and counting now. Kreischer, jab steps, gives it over to Perkins. Kreischer's thinking about it. Now it's going to be on the inside. Kreischer back out. Wisman for 3. No good. Rebounded by, it looks like the Jeeps. Time out by South Webster. A nice decision by Jimmy Pearson. And a very amazing rebound by Corey Burton. That is the most gritty rebound I've seen all day. Very nice job there by the Jeeps on all sides, managing and rebounding the basketball. They're boxing out. Very nice job and very well done, Garrett.
I completely agree with you, Malachi. Right there at that last possession, there was a very good ball movement. I really thought they were going to take it down to the last shot of the game for a second. But then Caden Wisman got that wide open 3, a little short, but Corey Burton ended up coming with the rebound, and Pearson, really nice timeout there for the Jeeps.
I very much agree. That's a huge timeout. You know, coaches, when they can just time that timeout right there, is just beautiful. Right before that jump ball gets called, because that would have gone in the way of the Eastern Warriors. That's where the arrow is pointed right now. So this is a very great game. This is how you get back into it after almost a month of not streaming any games. And it looks like the Jeeps got their play set up. A box set to the left. Here we go. Kreischer's just gonna chuck it up for Perkins, and he gets it. Perkins making himself some space. 20 seconds left. Wisman being heavily pressured. Chucks it up. Almost intercepted. And that's going to be a foul. Looks like Corbin Florence is the culprit. And a timeout by the Warriors. This is a great game. This is going to come down to one final shot by the Jeeps right here.
Yeah, so far this is pretty nice, I will say. I don't really know what to say right here, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. But so far, fourth quarter, last minute of the fourth quarter, it's been very intense, going back and forth. But Caden Perkins, I'm fairly certain. Will he be going to the line?
No, he will not.
No, okay. He'll be throwing in the ball. My bad, folks. But throwing in the ball will be Caden Perkins.
And here we go. One final play, 13 seconds in a dream for the Jeeps. Fro being heavily pressured. He's gonna chuck it up. Ball will be deflected off the hands of Lidzinger. 7 seconds in the dream now for the Jeeps. Here we go. Coach Pearson calling something out. Bounce pass, Kreischer. Then he chucks it up for Wisman. Wisman can't get a shot off. He's gonna throw it up. No good. Eastern-Brown walks it off here in South Webster. And they win this junior varsity basketball game. What a finish and a very nice defensive effort right there by the Warriors as they barely hold on to beat the junior varsity Jeeps. Garrett, what are your thoughts after that big one by the Warriors?
You know, coming into this game, I really didn't know anything about the Eastern-Brown Warriors. I keep wanting to say Eagles, really bad. But coming into this game, I really thought that it was going to be a good game from what I've heard from people. It was a really good game. First quarter, close. Second quarter, close. Third quarter, close. Fourth quarter.
We would like to take a moment to recognize a special accomplishment. Our head coach, Norm Pearson. On January the 13th, the Southwestern Chiefs defeated the Green Bobcats by a score of 55-33. With that victory, Coach Pearson earned his 832nd career win, moving past Joe Petrocelli and into sole possession of second place for the most wins in the state of Ohio. Congratulations, Coach Norm Pearson, on this outstanding milestone and making a difference in the lives of so many young men. We are honored to have Norm Pearson as the coach of your Southwestern Chiefs.
A very nice, calm little ceremony for one of the greatest Ohio basketball coaches to ever do it. But sorry to cut you off right there, Garrett. It looks like we are going to go to the Jeep introductions and then to our commercials. And then we will get into the main event, a top 20 showdown across all divisions in Ohio. This is going to be a good one. This is one of the biggest games in the state of Ohio tonight, and could not be in a better place, could not be a better time. It's basketball 30 here in Pearson Palace. What are your thoughts, Garrett? You got anything else to say?
I'm really excited for this game, really.
All right, well, we are going to take it down to the court and head to our post-game commercials. You're watching Ohio High School basketball here on the Jeep Sports Network.
open and ready to serve you. Hinker's Corner Store has something for everyone. For a quick lunch, come in and grab a bologna sandwich or a burger. We have a deli, sandwiches, pizza, and other items made to order, and pre-made items for your convenience. Pop, milk, and other grocery items, we got you covered. Make sure to check out our Facebook page for our daily specials. Come see us on State Route 140. We can't wait to see you.
This is my dad. He works hard every day to make the roads in Ohio safer for you. He loves to build things, and he's always watching out for his friends on the job site too. I want him to be there when I graduate, to walk me down the aisle, and to play with his grandkids. I get scared when I see how close cars come to him when he's working. So would you mind doing something for me? Please slow down when you see my dad and his friends working on the road, because safer roads save lives.
Here in Portsmouth, we appreciate hard work and a square deal. That's exactly what you get at Gamp's Lawn Equipment. Since we're family owned, we treat you like a neighbor, not a number. Whether you're looking for a John Deere or a Steel, we'll help you find the perfect fit. We don't just sell equipment, we listen, because meeting your needs is our top priority, plain and simple. Come see us on State Route 140. You'll be glad you did.
Sounds great. 12 minutes left. 12 minutes left. 12 minutes left before we begin. So get your butt over here. Let's see him. Andrew will be on his way. I just want you up here to talk for pregame and then. It's okay, buddy. If you have any questions, let me know. I know it's kind of written in my language a little bit, but. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Dick, but it's fine. I don't really care. It's not a big deal. Stop. We're not doing this.
Atomic Credit Union makes it convenient to take care of your personal finances wherever you go. Stop in and say hello. We're ready to help you open an account, apply for loans and mortgages, discuss solutions for your small business, and more.
Since 1983, Allard Excavation has served the local community in tri-state area. Mark, Margaret, and Michael have grown from a residential excavating business into a heavy highway construction company. The South Webster connection runs deep as Allard Excavation became a commercial company when it broke ground on the new high school. Most recently, the company has overseen the construction of the Bloom Athletic Facility. The Allards wish South Webster good luck this year, and go Jeeps!
Haynes Chevrolet is your trusted Chevy dealership in South Webster and the reason why our local customers keep coming back. From the time you enter our showroom when you service with us, you can expect to be treated like family each and every visit. These guys are good.
20 years.
And that's the basketball game.
South Webster has become the first team from southeastern Ohio to win a state championship since 1988.
It's been 20 years since South Webster did the unforgettable.
We'd like to present you with the 2006 Division IV State Championship Trophy, the South Webster Jeeps.
They didn't just play for a title. They brought it home. For their fans, their school, their town.
Well-deserved championship for South Webster.
But time has moved on. Faces have changed. But that fire, that pride, it never left. It lives in every practice, every shot, and every new team that steps on that court. Those who came before laid the foundation. They showed what it means to be a champion and leave a legacy. Now, it's your turn. Because greatness doesn't belong to one team or one year. It's built every single day. Honor the past. Respect the future. This is South Webster basketball.
Jeep Nation, we welcome you back here to this historic Pearson Palace, who just got honored for his 832nd win, but he actually has 833. But here we are, one of the best games tonight in the state of Ohio. It is the Eastern Warriors taking on the South Webster Jeeps. The Eastern Warriors, number 15 in Division 5, and going up against the number 18 team in Division 7, coming off a huge win against Waverly the other night. I am Malachi Roselle. My partner in crime, Andrew Campbell, just came back from saving some people. Man, you do it all.
It was a mad rush to get back, but to the game, I don't know much about Eastern-Brown, but the way you just talked it up to me, it sounds like it's about to be a barn burner, Malachi. Let's see. We got 50, they're averaging 54.9 points a game.
As you can see, Eastern, a very dangerous team, Andrew. When you look at these Warriors, averaging 54.9 points per game, 35 rebounds a game is what sticks out to me. 35 rebounds a game. We are averaging 25 rebounds a game, Andrew, so this is a very big difference when it comes to the ratio, and we've had the trouble with boxing out and rebounding in the past. So tonight, if winning this game is going to have to come down to boxing out and playing very good defense. This is a very good Eastern team, and they can hurt you in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah.
The leading scorer, Matthew Dix, standing in at 6'6". He's only scored a high of 24 points this season, and he's the leading scorer, and he leads the team with 13 points per game. He's also the leading rebounder, which doesn't shock me at all because he is 6'6".
Oh, yeah, tall man, get down there in the middle, get the boards.
And these guys, they're good. They've beaten 3 top 25 opponents in the state of Ohio. They're 3-2 in those opportunities. They have taken down the number 12 team in Division 7 and Leesburg-Fairfield by 9. They beat the number 9 team in Division 7, Fayetteville Perry, by 16. And then the number 13 team in Division 6 in Peebles, where they won that game on a buzzer beater by number 14, the junior, Sam Raymer.
Man, And I think we're in for a good game tonight, Malachi. You know, just what you're talking about it. You know, I'm looking at them. We're pretty evenly-ish size. You know, they've got a little more size than us, which could sway the game. But I do believe that in the end here, Jeeps are going to come out. You know, last night we're coming off the big upset, the waiver.
I did not think we were going to win that game, honestly, Andrew. I didn't think we had it in us, but and that's me coming on here. I am a big believer in this team, but I am also very brutally honest, and I didn't think we had enough to go in there and beat that team.
Yep.
And we shut down Cage Alexander, and we showed how good of a team that we truly are, and it was really impressive to see, Andrew.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, you know, another one of the things I noticed early on, you know, we got Waverly in foul trouble. So with that all of a sudden kind of put them in a situation of, hey, we got to be careful. We maybe got to slow down here a little bit, not play as physical as we would. And now it just and then, you know, that affected the game because, you know, we had a player or two in foul trouble. Their foul trouble was kind of spread out. So, you know, it really does affect the game the more you're in foul trouble, and you can't get in it early. And it proved, that showed last night. You cannot be in foul trouble early, or, you know, it will sway the game.
Yes, this is a very good Eastern Brown team. And another thing I would like to talk about, speaking of head coaches, we have a really good coach on the other side, Mr. Rob Buechler, year number 30 as head coach of the Eastern Warriors. Ever since he was the assistant in 1994, he had the job in 1995, and he's had it ever since. He has been the head coach at Eastern for 30 straight seasons, and he's won 487 games and is a district coach of the year in 2021. This guy, I mean, you talk about Norm being very legendary. I mean, this guy, he's getting there. He's getting there.
Yeah, you know, he could be right up there. I mean, the stats you just gave, I mean, this guy, he's good. He's good. And he knows basketball. It's one thing to be good, a good coach, and to know what you're teaching, but you have to know the game. If you don't know the game, it's nothing.
Yes, this Eastern team plays a very balanced type of basketball. If you already couldn't tell by the way they score, that's just how they play. Their final, their game, which was their latest game before last night when they played West Union, was a final of 28-26 against the number 9 team in Division 7, Fayetteville Perry, because they're in the same conference as them, and they lost this time by 2. 28-26, Andrew. If you can hold any basketball team to 26 points, you're a really good basketball team.
Yeah,
so this is the battle of defense and toughness and toughness. This is a mirror match. This is, when I watch the film on these guys, they look just like us in a lot of ways, and they have their own Bryson McClintock, but a little bit taller and 6'6". And they have their own Hunter Bernard and Braxton Vance, the senior. The similarities are very parallel, and it's just very exciting. You know, Webster's really been through it in the past 3 games. Talk about a gauntlet. You play the number 7 team in Division 6 in Lucasville Valley. You lose that game by 15. You don't play good in the second half. And then you go to Wheelersburg, number 6 in Division 5, and lose by 14. This is going to be a great matchup. We will now go to the select sound for the national anthem.
Tonight, it will be performed by the girls from our select sound under the direction of Rhonda Mays.
Once so proudly we held against
It's time for the lights to go on. It's time for a top 20 battle across all divisions. It is time for one of the biggest games in the state tonight. It is the Eastern Warriors. It is the South Webster Jeeps. A huge battle in the Southeast, and the programs facing off for the first time ever in their basketball history. McClintock against Dick, and here we go. The ball will be tipped up and away and out of bounds. And it is gonna go the Jeeps' way. They will win the jump ball.
Good start for the Jeeps. Get the ball, maybe make a statement here at the very beginning.
All the Eastern fans standing up. You love to see it. They know how big this game is for the Warriors, coming to the house of one of the best coaches to ever put on a uniform. Now it's gonna be McClintock. Looking to his right. Going up against him. Back over to Large. Now it's up top to Bennett. Bernard now looks around for an option. Now it's back over to McClintock. The Jeeps taking their time, trying to figure out the man-to-man. Here comes Cole Bennett, gives it over to Easton Large, and he will not get the foul call.
I'm going to be interested to see if the Jeeps can answer for his defense. That's a very good lockdown defense.
Now it is going to be Cluxton giving it over. This time to Dotson. Inside feed, it's Dick, no good. Dick, once again, he is down on the floor. It is gonna go off Dick's hands, and it's gonna go South Webster's way.
Good start. We gotta capitalize though. We gotta get ahead early, show them we're here to play.
Now it is gonna be Bryson McClintock bringing up the ball for the Jeeps. McClintock looking around for an option. Finds Bennett. Bennett trying to take it in, gives it over to Large. Large now over to Bernard. Bernard, now it's going to be McClintock. McClintock trying to put one up, draws the foul. McClintock will shoot two and will have a chance to start out this ball game on the right foot. The Jeeps shooting about 59% from the free throw line this year. McClintock's been the best free throw shooter on the team.
You know, the 59, it's above half, but there's a lot of room to get better.
It's not very good.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It's not very good at all. McClintock sinks his first.
Get points on the board early. That's good.
McClintock, number 12 in Division 7 in free throws made this season. And you can see why. He makes both there. 44 free throws now made by McClintock on the season. Getting up and wide. Dotson will give it over to his main man in Pinkerton. Pinkerton, the junior, gives it over on the bounce pass. Ball is loose and on the floor, and it is going to go South Webster's way. Great defense by the Jeeps once again.
This is going to be a defensive game. You can already tell right now both teams are playing great defense. From the foul shots, it's good. We got the points on the board. I do believe this is going to be a very low-scoring game.
Now it is going to be McClintock off a screen from Large. Now it's going to be Dick who's on McClintock. Inside, pull up by Bernard, sinks it. Country Curry is back.
Oh, nylon.
Nice pull up by Bernard for two. And it looks like the Jeeps coming in on 1-3-1. Dotson, inside feed to Dick. Deflected by the Big Show.
Rebound.
And it's gonna be a jump ball. It'll stay with the Warriors.
Hey, I like the fight. They're down there ready to rebound. That's been one of the problems I've seen, especially at the Memphis game. We could not rebound the ball. Rebounding the ball is crucial here.
Now on the inside, bounce pass to Dick. A very nice out of bounds play. Excuse me, that was that was gonna be Braxton Vance. Now it's gonna be McClintock. Bounce pass in the corner to Bernard. Back over to McClintock. Long range three. Connects! Bryson McClintock leans into it. You can count it for three.
That's the momentum. We need all of it we can get. I like it.
Jeeps out to an early 5-point lead. Now looking around, Pinkerton gives it over to Dotson. The junior has only scored a season high of 7 points on the season. Looking around, great defense by the Jeeps. Long range three now, no good by Pinkerton. Here come the Jeeps on the counter. McClintock down to Bernard. He sets his feet. 4-3, no good. Off the head of Dick. Now it's going to be Braden Bernard on the inside. The Big Show. Oh my goodness, what a pass by Bernard. That was filthy. Braden Bernard with an absolute dot to Large. Now looking around, Pinkerton loses the basketball almost. Now it's Dotson in the corner. Now it's going to be Vance giving it to Pinkerton. Pinkerton will try and take it in and lays it up for good. Now it is going to be McClintock. McClintock directing traffic. Will bounce pass it off to Bernard.
It's a very good defense in your end here. There isn't too many options here.
And on a back door, Braden Bernard not ready for it. Tries to slap it over to Cole Bennett, and a costly turnover there by the Jeeps.
Yep.
Turnovers have been a main part of this Jeep season, as they have been averaging 10.8 of them per game.
And you got to limit those. You know,
Double digits.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. Turnovers are something that can lose a game. So you have to limit those, especially in a game like this. It's a big game.
Cluxton's first shot, no good. And it looks like it's going to be a foul on Dick. It'll go Webster's way. And if the Warriors want to get this W and come in here and get this win, Dick's got to get going. He's been the leading scorer and the leading rebounder, but he has been shut down thus far. Now here is McClintock. McClintock looking around, gives it to Bernard. Back over. McClintock in a battle with the Big Show. Large and Dick going at it. Now downstairs, McClintock trying to chuck one up, no good. He is rejected. Great defense by the Warriors. Now it's going to come down to Pinkerton. Looks for his man. Here is Dotson. He sinks the mid-range. Kane Dotson averaging 3.3 points per game. Gets half of them right there.
We're back to a one-possession ball game here. Jeep's got to get something done. We don't want them to get ahead at any point in this game.
Now it's going to be Bernard giving it over this time to his brother, Hunter Bernard. Vance playing the defense. Now it's going to be Braden Bernard on the jab step. Gives it over to McClintock. McClintock thinking about it. Trying to improvise. Off the screen by Bennett. McClintock gives it over to Bernard. Bernard tries to chuck it up in the mid-range, but it's rejected. Cole Bennett battling for it. Matthew Dick diving on the floor. And now it's going to be Cluxton. He's got it for two.
Yeah, you can't have that. Again, like we were talking about, you have to limit the turnovers.
Gritty defense by the Warriors. We got ourselves a ball game here.
You're going to want to stay tuned because it's bound to get better from here.
And here is McClintock up and in for two.
Good deal. We needed that.
McClintock is a guy that'll kill you when you man-to-man him, and then you got Hunter Bernard killing him in the zone, you know. That is what really helped out the Jeeps last night. No matter what they did, when they're on fire on all cylinders, it goes very well. An air ball there by Cluxton. Vance trying to put it up, no good.
We got to get a
ball
rebound.
Is stolen away on the floor. Dotson somehow recovers it. Dotson looking around in the corner. It's Cluxton. He chucks it over to a wide open Pinkerton. Pinkerton inside, Euro steps, no good. And that is going to be deflected off the hands of Cluxton. And now it'll be Jeeps ball. This has been a gritty, nasty, defensive game, and I'm loving every second of it, Andrew.
Oh, it's a great game. You know, both teams playing physical here. Both of these teams expect to win tonight, and it shows on the court. Their defense is locked down. They don't want any points scored in this game. It's going to be a low-scoring game. You can expect it just like seeing it here at the beginning. You know, I feel like it's going to be close. It's going to be a close game, too.
Now it is going to be McClintock giving it off to Bernard. Now it's Hunter Bernard for three. No good. Rebounded by nobody as it goes out of bounds, and it'll go off the hands of, it looks like, Braden Bernard. And now it's going to be Eastern Warriors basketball. Braden Bernard looks to have gotten into it with the Eastern Warriors player. I did not see it, but we will take a look at it. Pinkerton now. Looking around for an option. Gives it over to Dotson. Dotson gives it down low. Sam Raymer will be fouled by Braden Bernard.
They call out of bounds.
Excuse me, they called it out of bounds before the foul. Sam Raymer, usually a day-to-day starter, now coming in here as the sixth man. Looking around for an option now. Here's Bernard. Bernard gives it over. Now it's going to be Burton. Now it's Johnson. McClintock now looking for an option. Down low, Braden Bernard. Now back over to Hunter Bernard. Brigham Burton to Caden Johnson. Now it's Bryson McClintock. McClintock trying to take it in. tipped up and away. It is going to stay with the Jeeps.
We got to capitalize here. We need to get a few more points before we go to the end of the quarter here.
Points are hard to come by in a game like this.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Now it's Johnson looking around, and it looks like the Eastern Warriors have transitioned to a 2-3, and that's what I would do if I was a coach. I would 2-3 us all day long and rely on us to make shots. And that's exactly what's going to have to happen here for the Jeeps. They're going to have to make shots. McClintock being heavily pressured. Now it's going to be Burton. Gives it up top. Here's Bernard. He's going to crash in. Mid-range, pull up, no good.
Oh,
he
good.
gets his own rebound.
Oh.
And that one's picked up and away. Now it's McClintock looking around. Bounce pass to Burton. He puts it up. And
Ooh, there we go.
Brigham Burton gets his first bucket of the ball game. You love to see it from the fan favorite firefighter. Now looking around. Pinkerton. Looking for an option in the corner. Raymer for three. Connects.
Nice
Sam
shot.
Raymer letting the three show. And now it's going to be McClintock chucking up a three like a football. No good. And at the end of one, it is going to be South Webster up 13-11. What a ball game we have. And this is exactly what I expected.
Oh, yeah.
Grittiness, toughness, and it's going to come down to three-point shooting.
Yeah, you're definitely right. You know, this is one of these games where there is no predicting at any time in this game what's going to happen. It's so physical. The defenses, both the defenses here are outstanding. Both of them are playing great. And, you know, it's just the little areas where they're finding. They're like, okay, we're going to go for a shot here. And, you know, it falls. And we've seen it. We got to watch them on the outside here. They're making threes from the left corner over here. We got to watch that. Now, if we force it to the right corner, it'll be interesting to see how they can adjust to that. Now, again, on the Jeep side here, we got to get used because they're going to push that zone a lot more because they see that we struggle with it. So you look at the score, it's 2 points. It's anyone's game. You best tune in because this one's about to be a good one.
I very much agree with you, Andrew. This is going to be a good one. We got a good one brewing here in Pearson Palace. Coach Buechler making sure they are in that man-to-man defense. As we are off and underway for quarter number 2. Here is Hunter Bernard. And that ball almost stolen away, tipped up. Very nice job. Cole Bennett gets it up and away. Now down low, it's going to be Bernard. Takes it back out. Here is Large. Now here is Bernard. Fighting downstairs is Large against Cluxton. Now here is Burton. He's looking for a man. Being heavily pressured here by Dotson. Now it's Bennett. Looking around. That's going to be a body foul on Raymer. Sam Raymer on the season, averaging 5.9 points per game, 2.2 rebounds per game.
Something I'm liking about this game, the officials are letting them play. You know, it's a very physical game. There haven't been very many fouls called, so they're letting them play, and I like it as, number one, there almost got away. It's Dotson. He almost took the ball there off the pick from the pass. It goes out of bounds. This Jeep ball. It's Hunter Bernard passing it in, gets it to Braden Bernard. Bernard looking to get something done here at the top of the key. Pass over to Bennett, now over to Large. Easton Large in heavy coverage there. Gets it over as the Warriors are back in a man defense. Excuse me, no, they are definitely in some type of zone.
It's going to be a 2-3 zone that they got set in. After that foul, after that out of bounds, it looks like they have set back into that 2-3. And it is really giving us fits right now without Bryson McClintock out there. And speak of Bryson McClintock, he comes in.
Yep.
Braden Bernard will exit the game. McClintock will come back in.
McClintock will get the job done for you. You know, McClintock, he can shoot from anywhere. And he showed now last night with 24 points. I mean, he can do it all.
Yep. Dotson looks to be face guarding McClintock even in the zone. Burton loses the basketball, and it's a turnover caused by the Warriors. Now downstairs, looking, and it's going to be up and in by Jaden Florence.
And now we should find ourselves in a tied ball game. This is first time this evening it's been tied. We got to get something done here to keep our lead.
Now it's going to be Large, giving it over, this time to Bryson McClintock. McClintock off the screen, doesn't take it. McClintock will do it himself. Gives it over in the corner to Large. And now it's going to be Hunter Bernard looking around for a man. Bernard trying to get past Dotson. Doesn't work out. Now it's McClintock. He'll try and take it in on Dotson. He'll put it up. No good. Rebounded this time by Pinkerton. Finds a man on the fast break. And that is going to be a block foul on Hunter Bernard. And Jaden Florence, the junior, will come and shoot 2. As it looks like it'll be Matthew Dick and Braxton Vance checking into the game for the Warriors, and Caden Johnson will check into the ball game for the Jeeps. As we have a 30-second timeout by Norm Pearson and company. Andrew, what are your thoughts?
You know, I think it's a smart timeout here. We had a pretty solid lead, and we kind of started dwindling, and now, you know, it's tied. So I think right now, if you're Norm, you definitely have got to get the defense right. Get the defense right and guard them and push them to that right side. Because it seems like when they like to shoot their long shots, they always go to this left side, push them to the right. Let's see how they do over there. If they are, you know, still shooting good, we just got to keep tight coverage all over. And then on the Jeep side, on the offense, we got to find a way past that zone. The zone's killing us right now, and I think that the Warriors see that. So in the end, we just got to find our rhythm.
First shot from Florence is up and good. The Eastern Warriors this season as a team shooting 57.1 from the free throw line. Just a little bit worse than the Jeeps. But Florence makes both right there. It doesn't seem to affect them. Now it's going to be McClintock. He'll move it up and down the floor. Off the screen, it's Bennett. Now it's Johnson. Johnson looking around. The Warriors back in man-to-man. And now McClintock gives it over to Bennett. Bennett off to Johnson. Spot up shooter. Got it! Caden Johnson, another mean 3.
Good morning, number 23. Let's see how he does this game. He's off to a great start.
Caden Johnson, all we need out of him is that one tough 3 per game. That's what he's been doing all season, and it's been working out great. Now it's Dotson giving it over in the corner to Vance. Vance looking around, gives it back out to the point guard Dotson. Now up top, here is Florence. Back over to Dotson, inside to Dick. Now downstairs, it's Vance. Here's Raymer now. Long range 3 from Florence. He is burning hot.
You know, number 2 there, the Florence kid, he's made some threes over here in this corner too. We've got to watch him. He's on fire from long distance shots. That could be a problem for us.
Jaden Florence, the junior. I don't have any registered stats for him, so this is coming as a very much surprise for me.
Yeah, you know, this could be one of the games where he's in there. He's just on fire this evening. We definitely got to keep an eye on him.
Now it's McClintock. Gives it over to the right side. Now it's downstairs to Johnson. Up top, here's McClintock. Johnson again. He's on fire! On fire! Stone cold face. He is amped up.
Take him to Haynes and put him on the roof. He'd still make it.
Now in the corner, it's Florence. Downstairs, it's Vance. Vance looking for something. Great defense by Large, but an offensive rebound. Tipped up and away, stolen by Bernard. And a huge possession comes up here for the Jeeps. Here is Johnson. He's burning hot, but he decides not to have a heat check. Cole Bennett getting into it with number 1 Dotson. Amazing defense there by the junior.
You know, I like it. Cole turns the ball over. He knew he made a mistake. He gets physical with him, tries to get it and fouls him. You know, he acknowledged he made a mistake. So I think he'll fix it, and, you know, I don't think we'll see that from him again tonight.
Dotson leading the team in assists on the season with 4.2 of them. And I can just tell this guy is the definition of small but mighty. You know, he's a guy that'll do anything that you need to get done. And you got to love those guards that'll just do that for you. Here's Dotson for 3. No good. Rebound Cluxton. Cluxton will put it up. No good.
We got to get
Cluxton
a rebound.
again will put it up, and that is up and in. Carter Cluxton, usually the sixth man, came in and started tonight over Sam Raymer. Johnson fakes a shot, puts it up for three. Oh, good.
Man, I thought he was about to make it again.
Caden Johnson, now 2 for 3 on the night. Here is Florence for three. No good. Both of the spot-up shooters now 2 for 3 on the night. Brigham Burton will come into the ball game. Easton Large will take a seat. 19-20 with the Eastern Warriors up.
You know, I'm not keeping stats tonight like I normally do, but just looking at the board right now, there's an even spread on both teams. There's an equal amount of players from both of these teams that are getting points on the board, and, you know, that's great to see because that means they're not just relying on one scorer who, if they lock down on them, you know, it's a ball game. I like the fact it's all spread.
Here is Johnson searching and looking around. The Warriors go to a 2-3. Looks like they're going to test the Jeeps offense. Great defense here by the Warriors. Now it's McCormick. Downstairs to Burton. Flash pass to Bernard. Bernard getting very physical with the guy underneath. Now it's going to be a shot created by McCormick. It's no good. Dotson in the corner. Downstairs, Florence. Matthew Dick will put it up and in. Now it is 22-19 in advantage of the Warriors.
You got to slow it down if you're South Webster right now. Don't get too excited. You got 2 minutes here. Slow it down, get some points. Let's take the lead before halftime.
And now a long-range three from McClintock, no good.
I don't like that. I don't like the shot decision there.
And it'll remain Jeep basketball underneath. Here is Bernard looking around. He'll give it over this time to Johnson. He will give it up top to McClintock. McClintock taking his time. Looks around for an option. Here is Bernard at the top of the key. Gives it over to Johnson now. Johnson will give it over to McClintock. A wide 2-3, kind of like the JV team had. Now here is Bernard. Giving it over this time to McClintock. Up top to Johnson. Inside, back out. McClintock for three. Connects! Bryson McClintock is nasty.
You better look out for number 22. Don't let him get on fire. He'll send it to a whole nother level.
McClintock, who usually averages 18 points per game, on par, has 10 at the moment. Now looking around, Pinkerton thinks about it. We'll give it over to Florence. Florence almost thought about it. Inside feed, Cluxton mid-range sinks it. Carter Cluxton just doing solid things for the Warriors, and that's all they need.
Now, if you're the Chiefs, slow it down. Take the lead before halftime, or tie it. Either or is a good option.
Now it is going to be Johnson up top. Gives it over to McClintock. The one-shot offense in effect once again. Big possession here before the half. Eastern fans clapping it up. 17 seconds and counting. Dotson amping up the pressure. Jeep fans wanting a foul. Dotson playing very physical. McClintock fadeaway three. Oh! Bryson McClintock is on fire. He drains another. 3 seconds left. Pinkerton's got one last chance. No good. And the South Webster Jeeps have momentum heading into halftime. Who would have thought? McClintock chucks it up, and it's up and in for three. He is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. And so are the Jeeps as they lead it in a slugfest 25-24.
This is like a ping pong battle here. It's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Man.
Beautiful ball game.
What a game, what a game.
This is what happens when you have two top 20 teams clash across all divisions.
God.
Beautiful first half from both sides. When I look at the Warriors, I mean, this is exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
When you watch the film, you see this team, and they're good. They're good.
They're good.
And when I was watching them, I'm like, I'm really thinking about like what they should do, and they're really good man-to-man, and they're they haven't done that well against zone either, and they're not really a shooting team. They're like us. They shoot 27% from three. We shoot 29% from three. That's not a coincidence. These teams are literally mirrors of each other.
Yep.
So it's very interesting to see how it's going to go. Both teams shoot 45% from field goal range. 45%.
Yeah,
They both shoot in the high 50s in free throws. They average the same points per game.
It's so evenly matched, it's not funny. You look at it, and on paper, you go, holy. I mean, it's such an evenly matched game.
And here is a little bit of a fun stat for the South Webster fans and all the Southern Hills Athletic Conference fans watching. The South Webster Jeeps have not lost to a team from the Shack, which is the conference that the Eastern Warriors are in. They have not lost to a team from the Shack in 12 years, 2 months, and 1 day. And that was to North Adams in 2013 when they opened up the season here.
Wow.
They have been 10-0 since.
Wow.
Since they played teams from the Shack. That's an unreal stat to me. And also the other thing, both of these coaches, obviously historic on both sides, they combine for 1,320 career wins.
Gosh. You look at it and you go, are these not the same team? Because,
two great basketball programs facing off for the first time in the school's history.
You just look at it and go,
this is a primetime matchup at its finest.
Yeah, that's all there is to say about it. Just how evenly matched it is, and how it's just great. It's great. It's a great basketball game. And it's so, both teams right now, it's almost, I think the best way to put it is it's a game of defense. Either the offense is, the only way the offense is scoring right now is if they find a hole in the defense. And they have. There have been times. But each defense is concrete solid right now. I think that, it's going to come right down to the wire.
I very much agree. This is so evenly matched. I was watching film the other day, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, we have a chance for a barn burner. This reminds me so much of our game versus North Adams last year. You remember that one. That was a fun one. 72-74 in a shootout. And this is a little bit of the opposite. It's a defensive game, but you get what I'm saying. These are two teams that are evenly matched, and they're both from the Shack. So I just like to find these parallels, and I like to find these stats, and it's very interesting to me about how we've never played Eastern, but hey, there's a first time for everything, and there's a first time here for tonight, and there's not a better time for these two programs to face off than right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's, I just can't wait. I can't wait to see the rest of the game. I really can't. It's great basketball. And, I like how, I said this before already, but the points are so evenly spread right now that, it's great. You look at the board right now, Bryson McClintock leading scorer right now for us. He's got 13. For them right now, it's going to be, let's see, number 2, Florence. He's got 7 on the night. As of what I can see on the board, he is the leading scorer for them. So, it's all evenly spread. There are many players on each team that's got at least 2 points here.
Yep,
so
I very much agree.
It's just great basketball.
All righty, well, after our little halftime talk, we will now take it to our commercials, and we will be back with you in a moment. You are watching Ohio High School basketball here on the Jeep Sports Network. I'm Malachi Roselle, along with my partner in crime, Andrew Campbell.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be back with you for half number 2. It's 2 top 20 teams in a clash. You do not want to miss it. We will go to the break.
Kinker's Auto Parts, established in 1995 as a small business, we've grown ever since into one of Southern Ohio's largest salvage yards, specializing in foreign and domestic parts. We have a large selection of new, used, and aftermarket parts. We also have a full-service body shop with 16 bays, frame straightening, alignment, and paint shop. We ship to any part of the United States and have a standard 30-day warranty.
D.W. Swick Funeral Homes have been honoring lifetimes for more than 25 years. With 4 locations in the Scioto County area, Wheelersburg, New Boston, Sciotaville, and right here in South Webster, D.W. Swick will be here in your time of need. Dee and Maria want to wish all of the athletes on the court good luck in today's contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take you back inside of Pearson Palace for a top 20 matchup in D7 and D5 combined. And this has been an amazing one, just as advertised. The number 15 team in Division 5, the Eastern Warriors, going up against the number 18 team in Division 7, the South Webster Jeeps. And it's been everything that you could have hoped for and more. And it looks like the Eastern Warriors will open up with their possession going to the right-hand side of the camera. If you guys are just tuning in, this is the first time in program history that these teams have faced off between the Eastern Warriors and the South Webster Jeeps. And also, if the Jeeps continue, if they win this game tonight, they would continue an 11-game win streak against teams from the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. The last time that the Jeeps lost to a Southern Hills Athletic Conference opponent was in 2013 versus North Adams.
And that, that's awesome, because that shows that, we've got this conference's number. We have something in us that, can take them down. So I think tonight, I hope we keep it alive, but, you know, it's so evenly matched, it's hard to tell what's going to happen.
We shall see. Pinkerton will throw the ball over to Braden Menard. Now on the fast break, here will come the Jeeps. McQuinnick, long-range three, no good. Rebounded by Cluxton. Down the court, here comes Dotson. Dotson almost picked the ball away by McQuinnick. Now in the corner, it's Vance. Vance looking around, searching for an option. He'll give it back up. And the Jeeps in the nasty 1-3-1 that they love to play. Rebound by McQuinnick, leading the team in rebounds almost. He is second at the moment with 5 per game. Now it's going to be Large giving it over to Bernard. Bernard on the right wing. Down low to McQuinnick. McQuinnick looking for options. Finds Large down there. Rejected this time by Pinkerton.
There's been a couple rejections here early.
Now it's Dotson.
Both defenses are just ready to go at each other.
Both amazing defenses, both very well coached by long-term guys. This is awesome to watch. Stolen away by Bernard. Now it's going to be Large. And Bryson just give me the ball. McQuinnick coming off a 13-point first half that had a long-range three with 5 seconds left. That was one of the best shots that we've seen all season.
Oh, yeah, it was a great shot.
Now inside, great cut by Bernard. He's going to spin, put it up, no good. Rebound by Vance. Now it's Pinkerton. Looking around, searching, drops it off to Dotson. Now it's back over to Pinkerton. He will let it go in. Looking around for a man back outside of Dotson. And it looks like Caden Johnson fell down going up against Dick downstairs. And Large tries to help him defend, but no. Now it's going to be McQuinnick. Meeting Dotson at center court. Hands it off to Large. Now looking around, it's Johnson. Back over to Bernard. Bernard on the inside is rejected by Dick. Dick will give it off to Dotson. He's looking around for a man. Now it's Pinkerton. Vance long-range three. He got it. Braxton Vance lands into one.
So far, the Warriors have got our number right now. We got to get something going here, especially on offense. We got to get points on the board.
Now here's Braden Bernard looking around for an option, and that's a turnover forced by Cluxton.
Can't have that.
Now it's going to be Pinkerton looking around. Ball is loose. McQuinnick dribbles it through the legs of Dotson. McQuinnick down.
Oh,
no
man.
Good.
I think they put a lid on the rim during halftime.
They must have. Now it's Dotson inside to Dick, and he catches Large sleeping. What a statement by the Warriors coming out of the half.
And you know, it's like the Jeeps forgot what to do, because you know, you go in with the lead. You've got the momentum. You're up by 1. You knew it was going to be a close game, so you're fine with it. Then you come out, and now you're like, okay, now what? And you can't have that. You cannot have this where you just freeze, and you're like, I don't know what to do now. So, you know, it's one of those things. We got to limit turnovers. We got to make shots. We got to play better defense. We got to clean it up overall right now.
I very much agree with you, Andrew. This is going to really come down to if Webster can keep up with Eastern, you know, offensively. You know, Eastern has a really good defense, and so do we, but when we give up points in transition like that, that's what killed us against Wheelersburg. That's what killed us against Valley, and that's not what killed us against Waverly, because we didn't let those points happen against Waverly. So we got to quit allowing those points in transition. That's what's really been costing them.
Yep.
Rob Buechler, 2021 District Coach of the Year, has 487 career wins under his belt, has his team riled up and ready to go. Here in quarter number 3. Now it's McQuinnick. Here, him and the fellas still trying to figure out this 2-3. Here is McQuinnick now, looking around for an option. Gives it over to Johnson. Now Johnson gives it down to Burton. Burton back out to Johnson. Here's McQuinnick now. Inside, mid-range pull-up. Airballs it.
Man.
Rebound Cluxton.
We got to get those to go in. We have to get those to go in.
Now it's going to be Raymer. Spot up, shooter connects.
That's bad news right there. That's bad news.
Sam Raymer leans into one. Now it's going to be Bernard. Sam Raymer, known for hitting those big threes, had a big game-winning three against Peebles a week or two ago. Peebles is ranked number 16th in the state in Division 6, by the way. Now downstairs, it's Bernard. Back out. Johnson fakes a shot. Bernard! No good. It's going to be a rebound by Vance. And the Jeeps find themselves in a 9-point hole.
We can't get this. We can't get to the spot now where we're like, it's too far gone. We can battle back into this.
And now it's Vance for three. He connects.
My. They are not missing right now. Any shot they take, they have not missed.
Timeout, Jeeps. And the Eastern Warriors have punched the Jeeps in the mouth coming out of halftime.
Yeah,
wow.
There hasn't been a point scored in this half by the Jeeps, and that's detrimental right now because everything right now is going the Warriors' way. This is huge. And you know, you watch the first half, this is a totally different ball game now where, as you see, a one-team dominance.
This is very frustrating, I would say, for the Jeeps. You know, you come out and you do everything right in the first half. This is reminding me of the Valley game right now.
Yep.
When you come out and you just nothing. This is not the same team that came out in the first half.
It's almost like you went in the locker room and you decided, okay, yeah, we're done. Like, you went in the locker room, you're like, we got this. We have this. And then you come out and you play with less. You play with more so the attitude of, we already won. You had not won until that buzzer rings. I don't care if it's 100-0 or 100-101. You haven't won until the buzzer rings.
As we are now back to basketball, it's McClintock. He'll give it off this time to Bernard. The Jeeps going to need a little bit of a run for themselves. Down by 12 here after being up by 1 at the break. The Jeeps yet to score a point. Here is Johnson looking around. Now it's going to be Bernard giving it over now. It's McClintock up top. Here's Bernard. They're going to stay in this 2-3 zone, and it's giving us Fitz. Johnson for three, no good. Rebound McClintock now. Back over to Bernard. Now it's McClintock up top. McClintock's got to make something happen here. Had 13 points in the first half, none yet in the second. Now it's Bernard looking around, searching. Now it's going to be McClintock in the corner. He's got time. Three ball.
There we go. Now use that. That's momentum. We got to battle back into that.
Jeeps applying some pressure here, as it'll be Bryson McClintock going up against Pinkerton. Now it's going to be Vance looking around on the inside. Here is Dick. Dick puts it up and in on large.
Oh, man.
Now it'll be Johnson giving it over. It's Braden Bernard. Back over. Here is Hunter Bernard. On the right wing, it's now McClintock.
Take your time with the ball. Don't shoot a crazy shot that you know you will not make.
And here is Johnson for three. No good. They're trying to shoot him out of this zone, and it's not working.
You know, you can see the zone is really affecting the Jeeps right now. They don't know what to do. It's almost like this is they didn't expect it, and they expect them to stay in the man most of the game.
Well, I don't think that's true, you know, because Webster, if any coach does their homework, you're going to zone us.
Right.
That's just how it is. Successfully as a team, we are not good at three-point shooting as a front. We shoot 29% from the three-point line. I would zone us every day of the week too. If that's how you get beat by the Jeeps is by three-pointers, then so be it. As Florence is going to let one fly from three, in and out. Rebound by Vance. Back out, Florence. Second time is the charm.
We have to get a rebound. We're starting to get in the habit again. We are not rebounding. We got to get a rebound. Something's got to fall here. We've only scored 3 points. Right now, they've almost got 20 in this quarter alone.
Bernard inside, a nice look to his brother. Puts it up and in.
All right.
And I don't exactly think, Andrew, it's that they didn't expect them to play man, because they obviously didn't. If anyone that watches this team play, I would zone us 1,000% of the time, every day of the week. That's just how it goes. And they know that they haven't shot the ball well this season as a team. And that's why Coach Buechler has clearly done his homework. He tried to start out in man-to-man, but
it didn't work.
It didn't work, so now here we are in a 2-3. And if Hunter Bernard doesn't get going because he's been the guy to shoot him out of the zone, then the Jeeps are going to be in trouble. Now it's Vance on the inside. Puts it up and in. Well, wait, it's going to be a charge. McClintock takes charge as the basket comes down. Braxton Vance runs right into him, and the Jeeps get away with one there.
That could be a big call right there.
That is a big call. Any call from here on out, when you're down by 12, you got to play a perfect, and I mean a perfect fourth quarter, and have a really nice end to this third, Andrew. You got to have a nice end to this third. You can't wait on one shot most likely unless they really want to wait on one shot, which is looks like that's what they're doing, but who knows. McClintock will give it over on the right side of Bernard. Time ticking down. Johnson just tossing it over to McClintock. The Warriors staying in the 2-3. Here's McClintock trying to create himself a shot, and that's going to be a foul on Vance. 2 fouls in the span of less than a minute for Braxton Vance.
And Braxton Vance has been a good player this evening for the Eastern Warriors. So you don't want him in foul trouble. None of these players really want in foul trouble. You look at this an even spread.
Here's the thing with them. It's just that they can kill you in so many ways. I don't mean that literally. I mean that in a way of they can quite literally go at you any way you want stylistically. Johnson gives it over this time. They're trying to get McClintock open. He chucks it up. No good. Very nice pressure there by Sam Raymer. They are face guarding McClintock coming out of the out-of-bounds play, and it works out. At the end of the third, it is the Eastern Warriors who have flipped the script on Pearson Palace. They now lead at 42-30. 5 points scored by the Jeeps in that third quarter. That is awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. And you know, you look at it, going into the third quarter, Eastern had 24 points. They have scored they've scored 18, but they scored almost 20 points. That's almost 100% of what they went into halftime with. So you've got to stop them. They found an answer to your defense. You got to stop them.
It's just been it's been very frustrating for the Jeeps. You know, you come out here and get punched in the mouth, and then you take a timeout, and then you go out there and get punched in the mouth again. It's like you can't do the same thing that you were doing before that, and it's been very frustrating for the Jeeps. You know, it's been the same story the entire year. If you zone them, they're going to have their fits. They're going to have their troubles. And this is a good basketball team, but you got to figure out how to shoot the basketball. If you are a one-way team, then you don't have a lot to work with. It's just, if anyone does their homework on this team and you got the guys that have an athletic 2-3 like Eastern does, it's going to be a lot of trouble.
Yep.
Down by 12, this is going to have to be a legendary comeback against a really good basketball team. They are playing a very wide 2-3 zone as expected, and now it's Large underneath, who has had a very quiet night of 2 points.
Ooh, that was almost
Hunter
bad.
Bernard with a very nice chuck up, and now Johnson for three. He cannot find it after an amazing first half. Dotson meeting Johnson. The Warriors setting up a play as they come down the court. Looking around, searching. Dick is going up against McClintock, and that is going to go out of bounds on the Warriors.
Now we got to capitalize here. This is an opportunity given us to go score points. We got to capitalize with something here.
Now it is going to be McClintock. I would not be surprised here if Dotson meets him at half court and gives him the pressure, and there it is right there. Dotson has been the guy to lean in on him every single time when he comes down the floor, but McClintock is forgot about in the corner, and it is a miracle that he missed that shot. He does not miss a lot of those. He has been the main guy for the Jeeps this season. He's averaging 18 a game, and right now he has 16, so he's right there on that line. And now here is Pinkerton. He'll put it up and in off the backboard. The Jeeps have just came out here flat in the second half. This is a very rough second half if you are a South Webster fan.
It's hard to watch. You know, you come out here and you play so good in the first half, And you come out now, you look and go, what in the world just happened? And there's another turnover.
Matthew Dick tipped it off the hands of Easton Large, and now it'll go Eastern way. Another costly turnover by the Jeeps. Cole Bennett makes his way into the ball game. Easton Large checks out. And it looks like the Jeeps coming out into full court pressure. Here's Dotson now. Giving it over now to Pinkerton. Now it's Dotson once again. He's looking for a man. Here is Vance, heavily pressured. Looking around for a man. Inside, it's Johnson playing very physical with Vance, and Bennett will get called for the foul. The Jeeps have really came out flat here in the second half. Like we've said, after a big win last night against Waverly, it's like what happened to the energy that was once there. Now looking around in the corner, the spot-up shooter, Raymer, misses his first of the night, and that has been the story of the game. The offensive rebounds by the Warriors, and it's and one for Braxton Vance. This Jeeps team has had struggles boxing out the entire season, and you can clearly tell who has been the better rebounding team and who's really been the better team in the second half. Yeah. Eastern averages 35 rebounds per game. We average 25. The stats do not lie. The numbers do not lie. This is frustrating if you are the Jeeps. You come out here and it's just been a rough second half to watch. Bernard chucks up a long-range three and he connects.
It's something. It's something that we didn't have before, but, you know, we got to keep it going. It's almost we have to be nonstop right now. We can't, we just can't let that happen.
Pinkerton comes down and sinks it once again. He has been doing really good inside that three-point line. Eastern showing no quit right now. Now it's Bernard looking around, searching. Giving it over to Hunter Bernard now. Bernard hands it off to McQuinnick. McQuinnick over to Bennett now. Bennett loses the basketball. Another turnover by the Jeeps.
And that one right there was just, kind of being careless with the ball. You see him past it. He didn't really know what he's doing. He lost, his grip on the ball.
Now it's going to be Vance looking around. And that one rejected away by McQuinnick. Dotson ends up with it. Looking around, Dotson takes it to the hole, and the foul is called. Let's get a replay on that. No comment.
Yeah.
Now it'll be Dotson shooting two.
And they have been going to the free throw line tonight. They have.
Yeah, it's very surprising, Andrew. A team that shoots 57% from the free throw line has not missed a shot from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, they came ready to play.
And now it'll be McQuinnick taking it up. Gives it over this time to Johnson. Johnson gives it over this time to Bernard. Inside feed. And Jaheim Froh makes his way to the ball game, and he misses that one wide left. And now it is going to be Pinkerton off the screen from Dick. Looking around, searching. Now it's going to be Dotson who looks around. Here is Dick at the top of the key. Gives it over this time to Florence. Florence looks around. Gives it off to Cluxton. Now it's going to be on the left side. Now going in on the inside, it's Pinkerton who lays it up and in again. He has been so good at taking it to the rim.
Yeah, he
now
has.
Hunter Bernard, fast-paced take, will bring it back out. Now it's Johnson, hands it off to Bernard. Now it's McQuinnick, long-range three, no good. Rebound by Jaheim Froh. Froh drops it off to McQuinnick, up and in off the backboard.
There we go.
Jaheim Froh coming in and making an immediate rebound. I feel like that's something that needs to be said about Jaheim Froh, especially with the team that struggles with rebounding the basketball. You've got to bring in the guys that rebound the basketball and play the best defense for you, and Jaheim Froh is doing a very good job, as that's going to be a travel on Eastern Brown. And Pierce Kreischer checks into the ball game for the first time. Caden Johnson takes a seat.
Letting some of the young guys get some time in the game. I like it.
Kreischer will inbound the basketball, this time to McClintock. McClintock looks around. Finds Bernard. Long range three. It's just been a long night for Hunter Bernard from the three-point line. And it is going to be a jump ball. And Eastern will be on the right side of this possession. The Jeeps coming out in all-out press with two young guys. Looking around, Cluxton loses the basketball, and they're going to say it deflected off the hands of McClintock. Timeout, Eastern. 3 minutes left here. I thought we were in for a barn burner after that first half, but man.
Yeah, me too.
The Jeeps have scored 10 points.
Yeah, it's just one of the things
in the second half. They scored 10 points in the second half.
Yeah, you look at it right now and just the Jeeps don't have an answer. Eastern-Brown found the answer. The Jeeps never did find the answer. And, you know, it's hard to watch because you know that we've got the talent to go out there and beat them, but, you know, we just cannot get it done. And you know, you look and you're like, man, we had it, and then, I mean, it was gone.
It has been a very disappointing game, and this is a tough one, especially because you know how good you had them in the first. Now looking around, it's Eastern applying the pressure, and it looks like we got a foul here on Jaheim Fro. And I believe I just saw one of the Manchester varsity coaching staff leaving the building. Looks like they were taking notes on either the Jeeps or the Warriors. Manchester is in Division 7, so I would not doubt it if it's us that made, and they scouted Eastern while they were down here as well, because they're in their conference.
Yep, you know, it's a smart move. Have them come down here, look at them, and it's a good game to look at them. Look at both teams, because they're so evenly matched.
Jaheim Fro, a culprit for once again another foul. And now shooting two will be Kane Dotson. Dotson has had a season high of 7 points, and he's right around that ballpark here tonight. Makes the first, excuse me. Very nice, well done job here by the Warriors. They have just outplayed the Jeeps here in the second half as Jaheim Fro will take a seat. Second shot from Dotson, up and good.
Down the court now goes Bryson McClintock, looking to get something done. He's at top, gets passed over to Kreischer. Kreischer over to Large. Large thinks about it, pass back up. Kreischer takes it, no good.
And that is going to be a rebound by Large. Large puts it up and in. Large has had a very quiet night, only 4 points. And now in transition, the Jeeps get beat like a drum.
Gosh.
That is what
I believe we're playing we're wore out, you know. And it shows that, you know, Eastern came in here and they wore us out.
And now it's going to be Large from three. No good. Desperation time for the Jeeps, down by 20. Now looking around, it's Dotson who's just going to chew off some clock. And this is going to be known as the one that got away from the Jeeps.
Yeah.
Pinkerton looks around, searching for options. Airs Cluxton, shot fakes, inside, and that is going to be no foul called on the floor. Dotson barely comes up with it. Jaheim Fro and Caden Perkins will look to enter the game soon. Now looking around, searching for an option. Cluxton down low. Gives it back out to Dotson. Looking around as McClintock falls. Inside feed, handoff, Florence to Dick, back out to Dotson. Now back inside to Dick. Cluxton. Now it's gonna be Pinkerton. Off of a screen, timeout Eastern. Braxton Vance will come into the ball game, and so will Caden Perkins and Jaheim Froh. And this has just been a plain out, awful second half.
Yeah, you know, you were saying we're down by 20 now. The whole first half, I don't think it was more than maybe a 5-point ball game at one point. And now you look at it, and the Jeeps in this half alone, they scored 25 points, 25 in the first half. They scored 12 in the second half. In Eastern now, they're looking at scoring, let's see, they're getting close to 30 in this half. Actually, they're getting close to 40 in this half.
They're above 30.
Yeah, they are above 30. They are getting close to 40.
I mean, this is just a frustrating one for the Jeeps, you know. You come in here and you have the opportunity to knock off a really good team, and next thing you know, the fans are leaving early.
And you hate to see it. You do.
Caden Perkins fouls immediately. I don't see why. It just makes the lead even bigger to come back from. And I'm not trying to.
You know, it's just one of the things to where you just want the game to be over at this point.
Makes the first. Chase Pinkerton has had himself a night. Pinkerton now has 9. He'll make it 10, just like his jersey number.
There you go. 10 with 10.
Kreischer looking around, off the bounce pass, Froh, spin move. Here's Kreischer, gives it back out to Bernard. Here is Kreischer will now give it to Froh. Inside feed, Braden Bernard is rejected. And now it's gonna be a jump ball. Caden Perkins forces the Jeep possession. And now in come the JV Warriors for the Eastern Warriors. As all 5 will come out. Eastern's taking care of business tonight.
Yep.
Another big win, and career win number 488 for Rob Buechler. Now it's Kreischer looking around for an option. In the corner, it's Large who makes it. The Big Show gets just around his average on the night. Now looking around for a man. And now it'll be over this time to Jace Jennings. Jennings will chuck it down.
Yeah,
Gives it over.
I think they're going to hold it here.
To Fobar, and now it's just going to be dribbled out. Your final score here tonight, 59-40, in advantage of the Eastern Warriors. They will go to 15-2 on the year and remain in the top 25 of Division 5. And the Jeeps suffer yet another loss in a top 25 opportunity. They are now 0-4 in top 25 games. But a great win for the Eastern Warriors. They come an hour and 20 down the road and punch the Jeeps in the mouth.
That's the first one for that conference for us in 13 years, too.
And for the first time in 12 years, 2 months and a day, the Jeeps have lost to a team from the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. So that's another streak that ends here tonight. Just an unfortunate one all in all. It was a rough one.
Yep, it was just a rough one. And
I mean, there's nothing else left to say about it.
Yeah, that's just about it. It's the Jeeps come in ready to play in the first half, and now you look at it, and it's just hard. It's hard to watch. It was hard to watch. That's about all there is to say about it. It was just hard to watch.
Yeah, we just did not play very good in the second half. You know, that was just the worst second half that you probably could have ever played. And the first half was a really good first half. I mean, You come out, you play pretty decent. It was a good showing by the Jeeps in the first, and then Eastern came out and showed who was the better team, and they did a very good job.
Yep, they did. They did. And, that's about all there is to it. Tough loss. Tough loss. We could have beaten them.
And I very much agree.
And you got to hand it to Eastern. They found the answer. They played the whole game. Jeeps didn't. They deserved the win.
And with that, I believe that is going to be the end of this live stream. The Eastern Warriors coming to South Webster and get a big win over the Jeeps, as the Jeeps now fall to 10-6 on the season and 0-4 in top 25 opportunity games.
We're gonna get them. We're gonna get one. We're gonna get one. I don't know who it's gonna be, but I just know we're gonna get one.
And for Malachi Roselle, Benaiah Andrews, the cameraman, and Andrew Campbell, my partner in crime, I believe that is going to do it for us tonight. You have been watching Ohio High School basketball here on the Jeep Sports Network. We'd like to thank everyone watching from around the shack and from around the village inside the county. And we will see you guys next time. The Jeeps will be back in action against the West Senators in what should be a good one next Tuesday. We will see you guys then.
Open and ready to serve you. Kinker's Corner Store has something for everyone. For a quick lunch, come in and grab a bologna sandwich or a burger. We have a deli, sandwiches, pizza, and other items made to order, and pre-made items for your convenience. Pop, milk, and other grocery items, we got you covered. Make sure to check out our Facebook page for our daily specials. Come see us on State Route 140. We can't wait to see you.
This is my dad. He works hard every day to make the roads in Ohio safer for you. He loves to build things, and he's always watching out for his friends on the job site too. I want him to be there when I graduate, to walk me down the aisle, and to play with his grandkids. I get scared when I see how close cars come to him when he's working. So would you mind doing something for me? Please slow down when you see my dad and his friends working on the road, because safer roads save lives.
Here in Portsmouth, we appreciate hard work and a square deal. That's exactly what you get at Gamp's Lawn Equipment. Since we're family owned, we treat you like a neighbor, not a number. Whether you're looking for a John Deere or a Steel, we'll help you find the perfect fit. We don't just sell equipment, we listen, because meeting your needs is our top priority, plain and simple. Come see us on State Route 140. You'll be glad you did.